Hi everyone, today I want to share something really interesting with you. £387. By my own calculation, I had to quickly check before I made this video how much 1 naira is to a pound. Sorry, a pound is to naira. And I found out it was around 2060 naira. And when I did the calculation, I got 797 plus, which is approximately 800,000 that someone in my VIP community batch 4.0 cashed out in pure profit. Let me show you. I like to show you receipts. I like to show you receipts. This is more of a simple, practical, and a blueprint that someone just took. I'm really proud of this lady. Her name is Joy. She's one of my VIP members from UK. Look at this. She sent this to me. She said, today, and then I looked at this particular information and I saw 387. I was like, what? And we're just vibing and posting all sorts of memes and celebration. And look at this particular stock. This was the stock she picked. Can you look here? You see, this is 207, 2722. And this is her 387 profit. This is crazy. I just want you to know that if you have the right knowledge, the right support, the right, person guiding you, you are going to do amazingly well. A lot has been happening in the stock market. Now, this is another person who also sent me her portfolio. And she said, my portfolio, they are all in green. I wish I could extend this so you could see that part. But look at this. Even with small amounts, forget the 52,700 pounds you saw. This person see $50, 82, 18, 24, 44. You can see this one even has 200%, 100%, 9%, 9%, 28%. This is one of the things we do in VIP 5.0 community, where you learn first, you practice, and you earn. Now, they don't do anything very out of the world. They just follow simple strategies. They learn, they ask the right questions, they get clarified, and then when the recommendations come, they know when best to enter, because one of the important things in the stock market is knowing exactly when to buy a stock. There are some stocks that right now may not be a good time for you to jump in. You may jump in now and it will take you longer time before the stock actually makes some profit. So I just felt like I need to show you this information. But then I also want to bring to your knowledge other stocks that actually bounced this particular week. So here are other stocks that bounced this week that made sense. You see, this Intel, I talked about it in my last week video. I told people that this stock is hovering around 24. It has been consolidating for a while and it's going to break out. Those people who took my advice, congratulations to you. Now you have made extra 30% in just about a week from the time I made that post. Whenever I'm making posts, please listen to it and at least buy small. If nothing else, buy small. I'm really hoping that someone in this community made some effort to buy the stock and you could actually drop it in the comments. So please, if you did that, drop it in the comment section and tell me. Now, the next stock that bounced this week that gave me a lot of joy was Lyft. Like, Lyft has been on my radar the last 1 week. I've been watching it, following the news, because news is such a powerful thing. News can break the trajectory. Something may be dying. In fact, one good news, that's what happened to Intel and Lyft. One good news and they popped. So these are other stocks that bounced, and we're going to look into the chart and see what has been happening. So this was Intel. You can see here, you can see it's still at 24.90 as at Wednesday night when market closed. And when market was about to open, look at it at 32. It actually touched 33. And this is how this stock traded. So imagine moving from 25 up until 33. That's almost a $10 move. Now, this is another stock in the community that I actually picked out for them. This is a stock that's going to give us 100% to 150%. We bought this stock around $30, $31. Look at $40. This is insane. This is kind of moves that I love to track. I don't chase, I don't do FOMO. I just track and research stocks, and when I do my picks, they always hit. They always hit. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Julia. If this is the first time you're getting in touch with me. Hi, I am your personal money girly. So, like this video, watch to the end, drop a comment, especially if you made money. But if you don't make money, chill. Other call outs are going to come. No matter what, I still have some time that I try to push out some information that I want you to keep under your radar. So subscribe if you have not subscribed. It takes you nothing. It's just a smash button, pim, like this, and yeah, we are good to go. And turn on notification so that anytime I make a new video, you will be one of the first set of people to see that video. Of course, I show you how to make money leveraging the stock market. And my idea is one share at a time. You can make a lot of money from the stock market. I give you the blueprint for money mastery. And I also have my personal VVIP, people who want one-on-one. You don't want to be in the community. You want to just have a session with me. You want me to help you to put your entire portfolio. You want to retire in the next 10, 15 years, and you need someone to help you put everything together, like a financial planning session. You can send a mail. The link for the mail is already in the description of this video. So I'm going to put everything together. Now let's run. Oh, these are other beginners we had in the week that, this one moved from $16. This moved in 2 weeks, 16 to 38, 42 to 61. This is almost 20, 50%. This is more than 100%. This is about 20%. See, if you missed out, there is nothing wrong with it. The good thing about this is every month, every week, opportunities are always popping up. It is just training your eyes to see that. Now, before I get into the video, the call out I want to give you for today, I want to do a disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes. So when I give a call out, do yourself a favor by getting into your own research. You can do your own research, because this one I'm doing is from my research experience and the things that has worked for me. So make sure you do your own due diligence, do your research. If possible, you have someone to ask, you can ask and do the right thing. But if you want to learn from me and get the basics and learn how to actually trade in the stock market, join the VIP community. So what are we doing now? The federal rate cut has happened and markets moved. Nobody knows how long or how far the US stock market is going to go up, but I see now as a planting season, we are repositioning. So you reposition yourself, look at where you need to take profit, look at where you need to keep cash, look at where you need to buy more stocks that are beaten down. One of my favorite moves is getting beaten down stocks. Of course, in this quarter, we are targeting 50 to 100%. So any pullback opportunity you see with these stocks I'm going to mention, Hood, Intel, Lyft, and Google, grab that opportunity, because these stocks are going to print money. When I say they're going to print money, I mean it. They're actually going to print money. Robinhood, Intel, Lyft, and Google. So we're going to get into the chart, so I get to show you some of the things you need to look out for, because I like showing you clear-cut charts so you see how far the stock has gone and what to expect. So for you to join our community, the link to pay is in the description of this video. And if you cannot make payments with the link, you can also use my personal account number there and you send a mail. Everything is well detailed. Just go to the description, okay? What you get when you join is the knowledge first, because I'm more interested in you developing yourself, being knowledgeable. So this is a life skill, something you can teach your children. Getting the right apps, getting my recommendation, and of course my support. And for how much? Just 50,000 naira for 1 year, and you get your portfolio reviewed if you have one. You join our challenge, dividend challenge, compound interest challenge, market analysis. We just want to finish rich in 2025. That's the utmost goal, and I want you to join us on this. So let's get into the chat and see what's happening. Okay, so before we get into the chat, I just wanted to pull up this information. Lyft shares pop on Waymo deal to bring robo taxis to Nashville. Now, robo taxis are taxis that are self-driven by robots. Like, these vehicles are driving themselves. They're just manipulated by artificial intelligence, switching it. They have sensors, they know the streets. So Lyft is like Uber, okay? They are into transport and all of that. And they had this Waymo deal. Waymo is a robotaxi owned by Google, and they're actually partnering with this company Lyft, and it has taken Lyft. In fact, they've been lifted. They've been lifted. So Alphabet's Waymo said it's planned to launch its robotaxi next year in Nashville. Now, it is a next year thing, but see how the thing has popped this stock, and this stock moved crazily. We're going to look into the chart. Now, another one is Intel. Of course, we all know Intel blasted through the roof. Look at this. They have not posted their best day in 38 years. So this was the game changer. They surged, actually they hit 32% before coming down to 22 at market close, okay? And after 5 billion Nvidia investment posting their best days. So a lot has been happening. I want to show you, go to the chart so you get to see some of this. Let me show you this. This is actually Lyft. Lyft has been struggling between $16 and $13, and this was their first breakout. They broke out, and that was when I started tracking this stock. I started tracking this stock from 16, 17, and then they were around 18, 19, 20. Look at this move, 18 to 20 move. They moved in a day, and then this news broke. So when the news was, they were tidying up, the stock was, the insiders were already moving. And then when the news now broke, look at this jump from 20 to 23. And this pullback is what I'm waiting for. So for people who think, oh, I've missed out, no, wait for the pullback. This stock will likely move back into 20 or even touch 19. That's a good time again to buy it. If you missed getting it at 17, at 16, when you see this stock come back to 20, you can ride it all the way up to 25. I see this stock actually touching 25. Now let's look at Intel. This is the one I call that. I showed us this particular move that we've been hovering around this area. Look at this. We've been hovering around this area. And then they had this partnership with Nvidia, and they had their best day. Look at this. Look at this push from here to here. Look at the move. Now you may not understand, but let me go to the weekly time frame. You'll see that it's been a long time they touched any high point. See, this stock used to be a $50 stock, and I see them going back to $50. So I see them going back, but for a long time, you can see they've just been hovering around here. They've just been hovering around here until they made this pop. And I see them coming to retest this 36. So if you missed it, wait for the pullback. Of course, a pullback is needed, even if it is to 28. A pullback is needed. 28 to 27 is a healthy pullback area. You can jump right in and you can ride it up to $36, $37. And then the next one I'm going to talk about, I've mentioned Lyft, I've talked about Intel, I'm going to talk about Hood. Now, Robinhood. Why am I interested in Robinhood? This stock has been like, it's like one of the stock for the year. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let me show you something about Robinhood. Look at their move for the whole year. Year to date, that's from January to this September, they have done 224% year to date, meaning that if you had invested 1 million, you would have had extra 2.2 million on top of your 1 million. They've been impressive. And what do? They're into financial services. You can see here the financial service platform in the United States. So they also, it's like the app you use. You know, here in Nigeria, we use Trove Bamboo. So Hood is one of the apps, brokerage apps you use in the US to trade US stocks, gold, cryptocurrency, and all of that. So they also have cryptocurrency, which is an added advantage, and they've been doing amazingly well. But most importantly, I actually enjoyed seeing their move for the year, and I see them still doing more. In the last 1 year, they have done 434%. So by this time last year, Hood was around less than $40. It was around maybe 30 something dollars. And then today, we're talking of $120. So I see this stock doing big things. So that's why I said I'm keeping them on the radar. So anytime I see a pullback, this stock may not pull back into the 90s anymore. The lowest I see it coming to is 95. But any healthy pullback you see within 115, 114, you can buy it and then ride it to 130. This is a long-term stock. This stock is going to do so well. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is Google, because of course Google has been doing very well. And this is one stock that you can't say is expensive, even if you buy it at 250, or but I prefer to buy it at 220 and below. If you're able to get it at those ranges, that would be so good. This is a stock that you can buy for your children. Yeah, this is a stock you can actually buy because this company, if you look at their financials, you'll be amazed at the kind of things that they are doing. I don't have enough time. I would have shown you a couple of things. They are doing, in fact, their operating expenses, they are